if you want to increase your size, so if that does happen, I would say increase it 10%. So if you're used to saying, hey, this is an A+ setup, I'm going to usually put it,
1,000 less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to increase that 10%.
Yep.
And if it doesn't work out, well, you didn't lose too much. You don't want to double it.
Yeah.
You never want to do something like that just gets out of control.
Welcome to Master in 5. Today I have a very special guest, someone that I look up to a lot. His name's Phil Goedeker. He has a wonderful speech that he did years ago that I watched over and over. And today he just spoke again at Trace for a Cause. And Phil, welcome back to the show, brother.
Awesome, man. Looking forward to talking to you again.
Absolutely.
Good to see you again, buddy. It's been a
Absolutely.
while.
Good to see you too.
Absolutely.
Now we're
Happy
actually
to be
face to
here.
face, which I
Absolutely.
love it.
That sounds great.
So I want to give you 5 minutes to really I want to dive into one topic.
Sure.
And you mentioned something during your speech, and it really hit me. And
Yep.
you said, I love trading.
Right.
A lot of us traders, we're addicted. We
Right.
like to trade.
Of course.
And how do you deal with that addiction in terms of sizing?
Right. So yeah, I mean, we're addicted to trading. We're day traders, right?
Yeah.
So day traders, even in their mindset, say, hey, I have to trade every single day, or I'm going to, what else are you going to do? If you're not going to trade or not going to study the markets, then what do you do all day?
Right.
So yeah, even when things are slow, I trade every single day. Unfortunately, A+ setups, they're not going to occur every day. In 2020, we had a period of time where A+ setups were almost every single day or several per week. So you're using size a lot. Now in 2022, we kind of enter a bear market. Things are down, so
Yep.
the setups are not the same. A+ setups, we might have one a month, maybe once every 2 months, whatever the case may be. So what do we do in the meantime? So I'm addicted to trading. We're day traders, so I trade every single day, but I just size way down. So it's hard because how do you rate every setup? Are these setups
Right.
B setups or C setups? But I continue to trade because I think you can still grow. You can still learn new methods, figure other things out. Maybe you trade, with something I'm doing right now is trade more SPY, QQQ, just because there's so much volatility. So I'm using smaller size, but I'm using, just trading those trends a little bit different.
Hey, we wouldn't be able to do these face-to-face interviews if it wasn't for our sponsor, Cobra Trading. So if you could just give them a few seconds of your time, we'd really appreciate it. Cobra Trading is the go-to broker for day traders and short sellers. And I'm not the only one saying this. In fact, Benzinga awarded Cobra Trading as the go-to broker for short selling. They have a heavy focus on direct market access order routing, so you have the fastest execution. They have some of the best locate prices and availability. They also have amazing customer service. I've experienced many different brokers, and it's why I use them every single day and why I'm proud to have them as our sponsor. Sign up now by clicking the Be the Trader referral link below and earn 1 free month of software with Cobra and 25% off all commissions. Now let's get back to the show.
One of the most important things is to, during slower times, realize that, you may not hit your goals, you may not hit your financial goals, but if you keep trading that big size on setups that aren't there, you're going to lose. You're going to lose, they're going to snowball, and things can get out of control. So what I recommend is stick with it, lower your size, lower your goals.
What does that mean, though, lowering your size? Because some people might hear that, and people have different
you're right. It
perceptions.
Is.
They'll think, okay, I'll lower it by 10%. What do you mean? Is there ways to kind of go about?
It's tough because every trader is different and every setup's going to be different. So there's no standard, this is what you do, right? Unfortunately, there's no standard. I wish there was because, like I said, trading would be easy then. So it's more of, okay, there's A+ setups are not here. Maybe we get 3 or 4 B setups a month, and then you kind of still you're not using your size, but maybe use 3/4 of your size. So let's say that it's an average day, an average bear market. Like this past week, we had it was slow. So there's not a lot moving. The Dow is down 500, 600 points almost every single day. So at that point, I'm probably reducing my size maybe 75%, and I reduce my almost goal 75%. But if I can still make some money and still be green, close the day green, even if it's small, I consider it a win because you say, hey, the market is not giving these great setups, but if I can still make money, I can still do that on Monday. Hey, if I can still build on that, make a little more Tuesday, maybe make a little more Wednesday, things can build and it can add up. So small wins using small size, even if it's 25, 30%, can win and they can add up. And it's so much, and even it's psychological because you feel like you're winning. You're still winning. You're still green. What you don't want to do is force something that's not there and lose. You don't want to lose so much on Monday that it takes you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday just to get back to even. So it's so much mindset to just turn your dial back, turn your size back, turn your goals back to just be green, make something. And psychologically, the market can close, and you can say, hey, there was nothing to trade today, but hey, I'm still green. Even if it's a few $100s, whatever it is, you can consider it a win, right? It's a plus.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
you made something out of nothing.
Yep.
So you got to love it. Be happy.
What about like whenever it does come, that A+, right? And let's say, like, do you give yourself a little bit more permission now to like go at it a little bit more than normal? Because like maybe it's slow and nothing's ever happening, you're trading real small here, making a little bit here and there.
Tough, right?
You know
That's
like
a really
balance,
good question, right?
Because you're saving
Because there's not A+
risk,
setups every
right?
day. There's only one a month or once every
Especially when
6
the market's
weeks.
changing.
To be honest, mentally you want to because you're falling into that trap. And I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, there hasn't been a big setup in 6 weeks. I need to make 6 weeks of money right now.
Yep.
And it's hard. And sometimes I do.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't recommend it. I would just say stick with your plan. Stick with what works and you know in the past has worked.
Yeah.
Because I just don't. It's hard. It's mentally, man. That's where mental toughness, like I just spoke about, really comes into play. If you want to increase your size, so if that does happen, I would say increase it 10%.
Yep.
You know, so if you're used to saying, hey, this is an A+ setup, I'm going to usually put it,
1,000.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to increase that 10%.
Yep.
And if it doesn't work out, well, you didn't lose too much. You don't want to double it.
Yeah.
You never want to do something like that just gets out of control, right?
Absolutely.
Because then you can ruin that whole setup, and then you got to spend the next 4, 6, 8 weeks
dwelling,
making
waiting
that
for
back.
the
Exactly.
yeah. Absolutely.
You just don't want to do that. It's
Well,
tough.
Phil, thanks so much, bro.
Absolutely.
I appreciate all of the information.
Absolutely.
I know a lot of you guys are probably sharing this with other traders, and if you haven't watched Phil's speeches, you need to go look him up on YouTube. We'll have a link of one of his speeches. It's one of my favorites down below. And if anyone has questions, like where can they find, learn, or more about you?
You can reach out to me on Twitter, TradeSTL. I'm also with Investors Underground. You can chat me on there. So either one of those two is great place.
Awesome,
Alex.
brother.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you so
Appreciate
much,
it.
man.
Yep.